Hello, Nismath. Welcome to YourPedia Education. First of all, many congratulations to you. You got two offers from United States for fully funded PhD. So one is from University of Louisville, and other is from like that is joint PhD, University of San Diego and State University of San Diego. So
Yeah.
many congratulations for that. First of all. So today I just want to know your experience and want you to share your experience with the student who aspire to do PhD from United States, how actually you apply and what documents are required. Everything I'll discuss with you in detail. But first of all, I want you to introduce yourself. So can you quickly give your brief introduction to the students?
Okay, sir. Okay. So I'm Nismath and I'm from Kerala. I have done my BTech in production engineering from Government Engineering College Thrissur here in Kerala itself. And I had an average CGPA of 7.8. And after that, I have applied for GATE in production and industrial engineering. And through that, I got admission for masters in metallurgy engineering from in IIT Indore. I just completed my master's from there, and my CGPA is 9.35. And for master's project, I was working on ballistic impact performance of a tungsten alloy. It was basically on powder metallurgy and dynamics of deformation behavior area.
Okay. Okay. So Nisma, you just completed your master's and now you have a PhD offer. So anyone who aspires to go for PhD just after their master's, what do you think? What is the correct time to start writing GRE and whatever exams are required? When did you start actually?
I started at the starting of second year of MTech, and during the first year, I was fully concentrating on the subjects of masters because we have to get a good CGPA, I think, for PhD admission. So
Mm-hmm.
in the first year, I was just concentrating on subjects and to get a good CGPA.
Mm-hmm.
From the starting of second year, I think I joined YourPedia in 2021 April or May. It
Yeah, I
was
remember that. Yeah.
yeah, April or May through an orientation you have given in YouTube itself. So after that, I studied for GRE and TOEFL simultaneously, and in the month of September I have given GRE, and now in November I have given TOEFL.
Okay.
Uh, I started mailing professors in the month of August, like even
Okay.
before giving GRE and TOEFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
So,
I started shortlisting right after joining YourPedia in the month of April, May. I just started looking for the professors there.
okay. So I want to clarify one thing from you on the behalf of students. So many students basically scared from this exam, GRE and TOEFL, and they are looking for position where this is not required at all. I know last year most of the universities in US GRE is not required, but this year it is required. So, can you tell me your experience, like how difficult is this exam and how much GRE score you have to target for PhD positions in US?
Okay, so honestly, I don't think GRE is that much important for PhD admission. Many universities have waived off the GRE score for PhD applications. But I think if we write a GRE and give that score in our CV, that is a support to our CV that we have a basic aptitude skill and language skill, GRE and TOEFL score. So that's why I appeared for those exams for being on a safer side, a good CGPA with a GRE and TOEFL score. And my GRE score was 314 and TOEFL score was 97. And
Okay.
GRE is not that difficult. It's just basic aptitude uh, where actually Indian students get a good score. And
Yeah.
TOEFL is a little bit difficult if you are not handling English a lot in our daily life. But it's
Mhm.
okay. Like with 1 month or 2 month preparation, TOEFL is also okay. It's good.
And GRE, how much months you prepared for GRE?
2.5 months.
Okay, so I
That
also
too
believe
full
like
time, just like 1 or 2 hours per day. That's it.
yeah, I also believe it is 2 or 2.5 months exam. So if you give
Mm.
1 or 2 hours daily, but you need regular practice. That's what my observation is. You need regular
Yes.
practice throughout the 2 and 2.5 months. Okay, so once you write this GRE and this TOEFL exam, what was your next step? Did you write emails to the professor, and how many emails you write?
Sir, actually, before giving GRE itself, I started mailing professors. I gave
Okay.
GRE in the end of September, but I started mailing professors in the month of August. I think August I started.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I shortlisted every professors. Once my project was finalized for my master's project, the topic was finalized. I started finding professors working on that stream from different departments, not just from mechanical or material science or production department, from every department in every university. I just started searching professors and made a list of those
Okay.
professors. And in August, I just started mailing them with my whatever CV I have at that time, with the subjects I have taken, with the CGPA I had till second semester. I started mailing professors, but I was not getting replies in the month of August, I think. But
Okay.
after 1.5, 2 months, I just started getting some replies from one or two professors. And I think from US itself, I have made around 149 professors, different
Mm.
related to my project
Okay.
from different departments in almost every university.
Yes. So, one thing is very good about your case. You got position in additive manufacturing, but I know like you does not have background in additive manufacturing when you are applying. So how you manage that? Like what you tell professor, what you wrote in your email, and what you write in your CV. Can you explain that?
Actually, my project, my master's project was initially planned to be in additive manufacturing, but due
Mm-hmm.
to this COVID and all, we were having online classes, and we were at home during the initial stages of my master's project. So actually, that project didn't happen. So my professor at IIT Indore, he just shifted my project to powder metallurgy. So during that initial time, like from August to December, I was thinking my project was on additive manufacturing. So I was reading papers on that. I had that basic knowledge on additive manufacturing, and I was mailing professors who are working on additive manufacturing during that time. But after December, I just stopped mailing professors in additive manufacturing, and I just started mailing professors on powder metallurgy. But what
Okay.
happened is this particular professor from University of Louisville, he
Mm-hmm.
replied he replied me to uh, like fill the application and then contact when I mailed him in September, in the month of September. But after that, in by the end of January, he mailed me that are you still interested in this position? I still have one position, so if you're interested, please apply. Like that, he asked me. So that's
Okay.
how I applied. But at that time, I was not working on additive manufacturing or anything related to additive manufacturing. And in
Okay.
interview, he asked me like, what are you working on? So I just told him I don't have any direct experience on additive manufacturing, but I have seen samples and I know how that works, how particularly that works. And I have read some of his papers itself, and I asked some doubts on his papers. Like I just reverted interview to
Mm-hmm.
him about his projects and his work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think this is the thing which students have to understand. If you don't have background, you can just read some paper and get the initial idea, and you can just conversate with the professor. From your conversation, they will get the idea whether you are serious for this research and all.
Yeah, they just
Uh,
want to know if we are interested in that particular stream and
yes.
how much basic knowledge we have. He didn't ask me any subject questions or any basic questions related to
Mhm.
additive manufacturing, but he was just curious to know what all I know about the whole area. That's
This
it.
is very good. There is no technical interview, just your research background and whether you are interested in this position. Yeah, this is very easy. And if you get interview call from any professor in US, it means 90% he already make up his mind like he's going to select you. So
Yeah.
that is very good thing with this. And I also had this one experience where I don't have any experience on Python, but I gave one interview which is purely on the base of Python project. I never
Mhm.
did anything, but I explained something in my interview, and they are convinced. So in India, like they're asking many technical questions, but in US it
Mhm.
is very different. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So once you had interview with the professor, then after how many days you'll get replies from
Um,
them?
I actually they have closed that university application by the time this professor approached me. So
Mhm.
he just opened that portal somehow for me to apply for 1 week time, one
Mhm.
or 1.5 week time. So I applied, and after application, like within 1 week, he called for interview. And
Okay.
after that, I think 2 weeks or so, he sent me mail regarding the position.
So actually, you what I am getting idea, you were not interested in this position, but professor replied you whether you are applying, and he opened
It's
portal
not
for
like I
you.
was not interesting. I always wanted to be in the additive manufacturing field, but unfortunately, I couldn't do a project on that during my master's.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
it was, yeah. So it was actually good when he approached me because I wanted that stream.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe
Okay.
he didn't get any other student.
Okay. Yeah. And other question which many students have doubt and where I think they got stuck, how you shortlist this different 149 professors in US? Which what approach you followed to shortlist the professor who are working in this domain?
Actually, out of that 149 professors, only 20 or 22 replied me.
Mm-hmm.
In that, most of them was negative replies, like they don't have position or they don't have funding like that. And some replied like, okay, you apply first, then we'll see. But some
Mm-hmm.
professors were, their reply was so good, like they are interested in our profile, like that they have replied, okay, you apply, I'll take your interview, like that they replied.
Mm-hmm.
And I have discussed with you and Ankit sir each and every mails and replies. So
Yeah.
through that, I just applied to four universities:
Okay.
John Hopkins University, the
Yeah.
University of Utah, San Diego State University, and UC San Diego Joint Doctoral Program, and this University of Louisville.
But actually, Nisman, my question is little different. I just want to know, when you're sending email, you told like before that you shortlisted professors of different universities. So how did you shortlist? Yeah, like you are going to website of each and every university and check like whether this professor
Yes,
is working like that.
yes. As I told, like I
Okay.
was reading papers on additive manufacturing, but I was not sure if I'm going to do a project on that particular stream. So what I did is I went to each and every website of every university. YourPedia have provided me one list of universities: US university, German universities, European
Yeah.
universities, every university. So I just took that list and went through every website, and in each and every university there will be different department related to mechanical engineering. So mechanical engineering will be there, material science and metallurgy engineering department will be there, production engineering department will be there. In this
Yes.
University of Louisville, it is industrial engineering department, but the professor is working on additive manufacturing. So in different
Mm.
departments, the professors will be working on different research domains. So I went to
Mm.
each and every website and find professors. It was a bit difficult job. It took
Yeah.
too much time for me, but after some period of time, it just became a hobby for me. Like
Okay.
finding
Yeah.
professors and meeting them. Yeah.
And I think this is the most important step in the
Yes,
whole
yes.
PhD position.
Mhm.
Okay, so
If
finally you
whichever
want,
professor is working on areas related to our project, we can mail them. We can just approach them. It shouldn't have to be exactly our project. Like just
yes,
some research area related to our project, we can approach them, I think.
yes. So
Yeah.
finally, you want to tell something to the student who are basically aspiring for PhD. Now, this is the month of June, how they manage their time till December if they are aspiring for fall 2023. So any message for them?
Like if students are like if they
Mm.
are master students, I think they will be stepping into second year now. So
Yes.
this is the right time to start, I think.
So
Yeah,
first of all, they have to
they
start
can.
for GRE, right? At this
Yes,
time.
GRE and TOEFL you can prepare parallelly. Just 1 or 2 or 3 hours per day it is enough. You can take GRE in the month of
Mhm.
August, September, or October is okay.
Mhm.
And parallelly, we can find professors. Once our master's project is finalized, we can start finding professors and mailing them. This all process goes parallelly, actually. It's not
Yeah.
like first GRE, then TOEFL, then mailing professors. We don't have that much time.
Yeah.
because in
That's
December we have to apply to every university. So before that, this 5 6 months we have to be active.
so. In your case, do you think SOP play any role or your CV plays any role?
Yes, sir, because we don't have any other thing to show, right? We are just giving them the CV, SOP, CV and SOP basically.
Hmm.
Yeah, so CV and SOP have to be good, I think,
Okay.
more
So,
than because I don't have any publications yet. Even if
oh,
I,
you don't
even
have
I
any publication.
completed
Yeah.
masters, but I don't have publications yet. So whatever we are showing is it is SOP and CV, so it has
Okay.
to be good.
So in SOP, did you justify like you want to change your research domain from powder metallurgy to additive manufacturing? Did you write something about that? No.
No,
But I think
no, no.
in your case, when professor is interested, you don't need SOP. Like you don't need very good SOP. If professor is
Mhm.
interested, he will take care of everything. But if you are
Yeah.
directly applying to a university, then you need to pay
Mhm.
some attention to SOP and CV. But CV, I believe, like CV is a very important thing, how you format
Mhm.
it and how you put your information. That I think is very, very important.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, Nisma. So, first, again, congratulations to you. When is your visa interview? On 21st July, right?
No, no, 13th and 15th of July.
13th and 15th. So, all the very best for that and welcome to USA. Hope I will meet you soon in USA sometime.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
And
Yeah.
congratulations for this position. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.